You are listening to the Novel Writing Podcast, episode 17. Grab a cup, cozy up, and let's get to writing. Today's episode is the 13th of 60 daily episodes that pair with the videos from Haley's 60-Day Novel Writing Challenge. You can watch the first 5 days of the challenge for free on Haley's YouTube channel, and the link to that is in the description. Day 13 of the challenge is Fights, Battles, and Arguments, aka Haley's favorite day of the challenge. Probably the best way to write fight scenes is to actually take classes in hand-to-hand combat or whatever the specific type of fighting is, like swordplay or fencing or shooting. Having those real-life experiences is important because it gives you a much better perspective not just about the mechanics of a style of fighting, but also how your characters are going to feel and respond to being hit or hurt or injured during a fight. One of my biggest pet peeves in Hollywood or in writing is when people get firearms wrong. I've taken many shooting classes, many shooting safety classes, and while I'm by no means an expert in every type of firearm, I know enough to know that you do not have to rack the slide of a semi-automatic pistol after the first shot, unless the cartridge didn't fully eject. Well, not everyone has to take those classes, though if you want to handle a firearm, you probably should take classes. Doing research enough that you can pass for knowledgeable in your writing or in your script blocking makes your work much more relatable and realistic. The other example for real-life experience is one that Lord of the Rings fans will probably already know. When Peter Jackson wanted Christopher Lee to make a specific noise after Wormtongue stabs Saruman in the Two Towers, Lee told him that's not actually the noise someone makes when stabbed. And Lee knew that because Lee had been stabbed before, like during a war. So he had firsthand experience of what actually happens in that situation, which Peter Jackson did not have, and it made the scene way more real. That all being said, don't get caught up in the mechanics. Readers care more about the emotions than whether you precisely described that right hook. One of the best resources I've seen for getting the aftermath of fights correct from an injury perspective, like knowing if a character can survive defenestration from 3 stories up, is a Facebook group called Trauma Fiction. It's specifically for asking trauma and medical-related questions for writers. And if you're not sure what defenestration means, it's the word for the act of throwing someone out of a window. Shout out to Victoria Stamp for teaching me that word in high school English. That's it for this companion episode to Fights, Battles, and Arguments. Thanks for joining me today, and I will see you tomorrow for day 14. Thanks for listening to the Novel Writing Podcast. If you're ready to stop struggling and start finishing your novel, check out the 60-Day Novel Writing Challenge. It's a step-by-step program designed for solo writers to complete their first draft with clarity and focus. Visit the link in the description to learn more.